up, homie?
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, AFC North fans, Browns, Bengals, Ravens, heck, Pay on here, even the Chicago Bears, football fans in general. Thanks for joining us for another Friday night of the Homies Podcast. We just out here regular today. It's not a Freaky Friday, it's just a regular Friday, though we'll see how turned Tate Big-G gets and where it goes from here. Because we know we in for some definite no Diddy's at some point. G can't help himself. Big G, what's up, bro?
Hey, listen, man, I got my buckle up sign up on tonight because of what I heard in it. Because listen, I've been in them Steelers streets tough, man. The last 24 to 48 hours. And if what I heard today is true, bro, y'all buckling up. And Tate, I'm going to say some stuff about Mike Tomlin today on the show that I've never said ever. If what I heard is true and what I'm reading is true, yeah, I know we got a mock draft, and yeah, I know we got this, that, and this, but I'm going to say some stuff on the show tonight about Mike Tomlin I have never said before, ever. And some folks is going to be cheering, and there's going to be some folks that's going to be like, man, I can't believe G actually came around. And some folks might hate me after this, and I don't even care. I don't even care because if it's, man, I'm telling you, I got some stuff, bro. I got some stuff.
Okay. Pay. Look like we got not brown bag Pay, but man, sipping on some scissor Pay in the building. What? I don't know, man. What you sipping on?
Something sideways. His mouth froze up.
Scissor. Come on, man. I'm not from Memphis. No, what's happening, fellas? Friday. Let's get this draft way too early mock 1.0 mock out the way.
Way too early homies mock out the way. You know, this is probably like version 5 or 6 for Big G.
No, this is 37 at least.
Listen, man, I'm doing my due diligence. Across other podcasts, I'm gonna have big boards and everything. It's gonna be jumping off, bro. I got some stuff for you, but I've been in the film room now. Tell you see who started up already.
Oh, yeah, well, Claude, that's I don't know if he's gonna go as far as fired, but I can already predict he's gonna talk about the talk this week about Mike Tomlin don't like using the middle of the field and such and such and such and such. It's gonna tie in all that though. We'll see when Big G gets to it, but it's in that neighborhood.
He might know a little something. He might know a little something.
Not to steal all your shine.
I like this.
I just know Big G.
I'm getting my gang affiliation on tonight about my job. Get my gang affiliation on. Break him to the right, Tate. to the right. To the right.
Yeah, man. So, man, Phils, we're going to go ahead and go to break real quick. Then we're going to come back and get right into the AFC North mock drafts. Any questions about any of the players? We had a Browns fan do a Browns mock draft for me because I wanted to get somebody that actually knows the needs of the Browns, what they would like to see them do as a fan, since this is Fans First Sports Network. B Dirt did the Bengals, Pay. And speaking of which, Pay, thanks for showing up, Pay. We didn't think you were going to be here. I was all ready to call HR on you. And y'all said in the chat, you like B Dirt not here. You said I'm not going to make it either.
That's not true. That's not true. I said 50-50.
Yeah, I do remember 50-50. I don't know what. You know what, man?
Hey, I gave you the fact sign. I gave you the fact sign on there. The facts.
Pay, get the facts.
We get the facts.
All right, we'll give him the facts, Big G.
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
But yeah, man. So, all right, well, Pay minus subtract yourself, bruh, from this. It's gonna be some HR violations going on in here, man. But turns out not violation. But B Dirt gave proper notice. But man, when you miss work so much, man, and like all y'all do, I can't just put it on just one of y'all. All
Tate,
y'all.
it sounds like you've been to HR dry snitching, dog. You need to stay from out of HR dry snitching on cats, bro.
Man, I ain't going down to the office telling, man. I mean, you know.
Man, it sounds like it. It sounds like you've been telling. It sounds like been some conversations.
It's the old supervisor, man. Supervisor going to report that they employees not here.
Man, that sounds like a dry snitch to me. I don't know. This sounds like some made up, like, man, it was the old supervisor. Nah, dog. Nah, it sounds. I ain't gonna accuse you. I'm not accusing, but it sounds like it's been some dry snitching, dog.
You really can't accuse me, man, because you know me over 40 years. You ain't never known me to be a snitch.
Yeah, that's facts. That is facts. I agree. You ain't gonna tell. But it sounds like it. It sounds like, hey, Claude said you telling. Claude said you straight up telling, bro. He said you snitching, dog. He said you telling. He said you telling, bro.
Claude, for that one, you definitely know where you going. Where are you going, Big G?
The Matrix, dog.
Claude, you a world leader, man. Lead your country over there. Stay out of our country business, okay?
Yeah, Claude, you over there.
But yeah, man. So we got a real good show planned, man. Shout out to the homie B Dirt. He's somewhere traveling right now. He, in all seriousness, he did say he was going to be traveling. He said that earlier. Yeah. But I guess apologies to Pay too. I thought he was going to be on the other side of the 50-50. But he made it. He actually sent me an email 10 minutes ahead of time. Like, you ain't seen the link? I sent it to me and G. I just said to you and B Dirt because y'all said y'all wasn't coming. Hey, but listen. I do remember seeing a 50.
No. You got your first no Diddy. I heard what you said. Don't put it up there. Yeah, you know what you said. Pay, you heard what he said. Pay, you heard it, didn't you, Pay? Didn't you hear it, Pay? But see, that's why Pay laughed, because I know he heard it. Go on and put it up there for yourself, bro. Go ahead, man. I'm not gonna say what you said, but I know what you said. And you said you should be saying they're not present, not what you said. Go ahead, get you no Diddy.
All right, I think I know what I said, then, if that's what it was.
No Diddy. You got to chill.
Hey, I keep up the integrity, all fines, all no Diddy's, all metrics. I keep the integrity up of the show, as far as all those things go. So
listen,
even when I gotta punish myself in that way. See, I couldn't think of nothing else to say. I was going to say something else, but I'm trying to stay away from a Big G because I course correct all the time.
Mm-hmm. Live chat. I want to know from the live chat tonight, who is going to lead after the show with the homies and homies overtime, the amount of no Diddies. I want to know, inquiring minds want to know, is it Pay, is it G, or is it Tate? Because Tate's up 1-0. So I want to see who's going to lead the pack tonight. I want to see.
If you had called it earlier, I'd have been more conscious of what I was saying. But see, you want to get me down 1-0, then throw it out there. Then throw the vote out.
Things happen, man. Things happen on the homies, man. You know what happens, man. Dang, Tate, they threw you under the bus quick.
Me?
Oh my God, they threw you under the bus quick. Pay, there's a couple people out there going for you too, Pay. They shooting at you, bro. They shooting at you, bro.
Yeah, Pay got a few people. Big G, we all got votes.
I got one vote, bro. Tate, you was the first 4 right off the bat. Mel Wells said, Pay, you hit. Felicia said, Pay, you hit. JC said, Pay, you hit.
Hey, Lil John.
Doug P said, you just gonna stay quiet and duck it.
Mark Tobin.
Yeah.
I got 5 out the gate, but now it's
off the gate.
Okay, now it's starting to, some of y'all getting some more votes too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, after me?
Yeah, they threw you under the bus and backed up on you, bro, quick.
Y'all know it's between one of them two. I got clips. I got big clips.
I know. I seen some of them out there on social media in the streets today, man. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous, man. I seen them.
But yeah, man. So if you watching on YouTube,
Black and Gold said you all day, Tate.
Me all? He even put the all day.
Tate.
But okay.
Booby said you was dry snitching, so you definitely you. Booby said you was dry snitching, bro. I'm telling you, he said it. Look, it's right here.
Oh, I see it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the comment. Yeah. I'm usually keeping track of what we got coming up. So if you see anything, any super chats come through, any noteworthy comments, that's No love out here in these streets. Hey, Mark, you right, man. Ain't no love in these streets, bro.
Still the streets is rough. Still the streets is rough, boy. You better get it right.
But yeah, so everybody watching on YouTube, Big G, go ahead and shout some of them out real quick. Some of our live chat fam in the building. We're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back and we're gonna get into the mock draft.
Facts. J Devil, Mark Tomlin, Rob Lightfoot, Booby, the Black and Gold Standard, Afton, Doug P. What's crack-a-lackin'? Felicia, what's going on? Afton, Jake Bowser, Brent Howell, Mel Well. I don't know who this person take. You ever seen this one? This might be a new viewer. He said, I'm so drunk tonight, I'll shave my head clean while I'm foaming a razor blade a few times. No, ain't nobody coming to smoke no cigarettes with you, dog. Pay might come get a drink with you, but he ain't coming to smoke no cigarettes with you. Yeah. Craig Withrow, Tate, you get the big fine too. And look, he's leading in fines and dang on Diddy's off the back, bro. We ain't even 10 minutes in the show. He's killing it. Danny Littlejohn, AFL 67, Claude Bishop. Man, we got a lot of folks in here, man. I think we're up to about 52. Listen, live chat. Share with your friends. Share with a friend. We're going to get up to 100 in the live chat tonight. Let's go. Let's do what we do, Tate. Tate might be getting a big phone.
No, I'm. You don't hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, I just got to put my headphones. They were probably connecting.
Okay,
but
gotcha.
yeah, so we about to take a quick break. You watching on YouTube? We're not going anywhere. Just gonna take a pause for the calls. If you listen on audio platform, Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network, Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan, Running Through the Jungle, wherever you listen to audio at, we're just going to have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers. We'll be right back after we pay these bills. Stick with us. And we're back on the Homie Podcast Friday night. It's your boy Tate in the building. Pay, Big-G. Pay, we still ain't told what you sipping on, man.
It's tequila, man. It's always tequila. Repo.
Okay. I can dig that. Big-G, when you drinking, I know it's been a while. We old guys. I got a kidney transplant, so I don't drink much at all anymore. But what do you drink, Big-G?
Man, I'm retired, dog. I ain't had a drink in a long time. I'm talking about. Hey, how old are you? Yeah, he just hit another boy. He killing it.
40.
Yeah, I ain't been sober free that long, but it's been a while. I don't even drink caffeine anymore, bro. You know, I'm old, man. I'm trying to live, you know.
I haven't had an alcoholic drink since October. The first week in October, first Friday in October 2017.
That's a long time, dog.
Yeah, I was at the crib, man. Matter of fact, I was at the class of '92, 25-year class reunion at the time. I was over there at remember it used to be Callahan's.
Yep.
Was over there, had some drinks that night, came back from the trip home that next week and found out about my kidneys. And you know, I hadn't started anything yet. But I was trying to save what I had, so I cut out drinking all together.
Yeah, got to kill it, bro. I said I don't mess around.
Yeah.
Hey, looking like he's in a power stance right now. Pay, what you down there doing, bro? Look, he got his hands like this, like he's in deep thought. You ready?
I'm just ready. I'm in my ready mode.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking.
Well, let's get to it.
You all in February. I'm in April.
You in April?
Wow.
Yeah.
You ready for the draft already?
I'm already in the war room.
Ooh.
All right, well, let's get to it. Let's start with the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, I had a Big-G. You can go over this. I had what do you call somebody that's really a serious fan, a lifelong fan?
I'm gonna see what he got to say because you know I know who this dude is. So, Tate, if his draft is trash, I'm calling him by name. I'm telling you straight, I'm calling him out by name, dog. His draft better be righteous. I'm calling him out by name.
Let's go.
Yeah, let me see it.
Go ahead, Big-G.
Oh, I ain't calling him by name. This is outstanding. I looked down the first, man. He knocked it out the park all the way, bro. All right,
so the draft, there are no trades in this draft. We just went with the picks the teams are assigned. Big G, you go over it and grade it, just whatever players you want to talk about real quick that in order to draft, and let us know what you think. You are a draft guru here.
All right, man. So listen, I'm not going to go through all the players. I'm going to point out some of the highlighted players that I think he's got steals at different positions and different players. But listen, right off the back, man, Abdul Carter, edge, Penn State University. I think he's a generational player in this draft. I really think there's two with him and Travis Hunter. And Abdul Carter, if the Browns even decide to get rid of Myles Garrett and collect more draft capital, that's an outstanding pick. You need a guy that's going to run a sub 4.4 that can get to the quarterback. It's basically Micah Parsons for the Cleveland Browns. So I like the pick, man. I love the pick at 33 on Omarion Hampton, the running back, man. When I get to my draft, I'm going to have a lot to say about this kid because I definitely saw us trying to grab him. So I love Omarion Hampton, the running back out of North Carolina University. I think he could sneakily get into the first round of the draft.
So far it makes sense because they might be losing Myles Garrett. They're just replacement. Nick Chubb won't be back, and they needed another game-breaking back.
Absolutely.
So Omarion Hampton makes sense. So go ahead, Big G. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Oh, you're good, bro. I like Tate Rutledge, the offensive guard from Georgia. I think he'll be the second or third rated interior offensive lineman in this particular draft. I've been watching film on the Georgia Bulldogs regularly over about the last week or so, and I'm seeing at least, and this is no exaggeration, I'm seeing 10 guys that can go in the first 100 picks because they've just continued to just push out talent down in Georgia, man. And this kid is no different than all the rest of those Bulldogs that you're seeing that are outstanding players, man. So I like
Big G.
Mm-hmm.
Big G.
Yeah.
Far as the Georgia Bulldogs, are they putting out talent or are they pushing out talent?
No Diddy. You got to chill.
That's borderline no Diddy, dog. That's border. I need Pay's vote on that. Pay, was that no Diddy, man?
No Diddy.
It was a no. That's trash.
No. I'm excited with you, G. The borderline.
Yeah.
That was borderline. I'm
yeah,
go
Tate, you voted off the island on that one. You reaching, bro, because you already covered 2-0. Right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ozzie Tripolo, offensive tackle for Boston College University. Listen, he's long and rangy, but what I've been seeing is he does not do that well against pass pro. But the Cleveland Browns is in a position where they have to get more efficiency at the offensive line. So I like it. He's not necessarily a reach, but he's a project that can be coached up at the next level. So I'm digging it. Back-to-back Buckeye boys, Will Howard and Seth McLaughlin, the center.
Good picks.
Yeah, absolutely. At valued picks, too, at 103 and 165. Loving it. The steal, I think, for his draft at 194 is B.J. Abrams, cornerback, University of Central Florida. In my big board, B.J. Adams is a top 10 corner. I have watched film on him. He's long and lanky. He's got reach. He can play man press. He can do whatever you need him to do. He can go on the inside and play against the slot. This kid is a baller, man. So I like him, and I think B.J. Adams would be a steal. I don't see why in the hell he picked two quarterbacks. I just don't see it. Christian Rourke and Will Howard, so that's a straight F as far as the picks is concerned. Because I'm not
can you argue they don't have a quarterback and they got so many picks that they just throwing some darts at the board?
Bro, throwing everything up against the wall and seeing what sticks is trash. That means you not being a GM and evaluating because you have different players or different needs at different positions.
So tell me right now who the Browns quarterback is next year, minus the draft.
Minus the draft, it's Thompson, whatever, the kid from UCLA. Minus
DTR.
The draft. Yeah,
Thompson
DTR. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to go Abdul Carter at 2. That's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to go Abdul Carter at 2.
But that's the pick you like, though.
Yeah, I like the pick, but I don't think they're going to go. If you got to go Abdul Carter at 2, why not trade back and get more positional value? But if you're sitting at 2, you got to go quarterback because you don't have one. All right? Going all the way down.
You can argue who picks 1. It's
the Tennessee Titans.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably go quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, somebody would have to want to trade up. Then you're not going to get a quarterback or Abdul Carter.
Correct. But if they trade up to 2, you're going to get draft capital, bro. You're going to get draft capital. So at that
you're not getting Abdul Carter or your quarterback. At least you got the best defensive player in the draft.
Facts. But if you're settled on being able to draft Will Howard in one of those later rounds and give this kid an opportunity to play quarterback, at that point you go and get a veteran that's a bridge, or because Will Howard might not be ready to start week 1, game 1. If you're going to sit at the 2 position, that's just my thinking, bro.
I don't disagree. Anybody else you want to mention, and we'll let Pay just give his quick thoughts on this one.
No, I'm done. I think I would give it probably a B minus, maybe. Pay, it's your show, bro. What you thinking, man, about the Browns draft?
I don't think this is a bad draft, on paper. Obviously, getting Abdul Carter, who maybe is the best player in the draft. I don't know if you can. I don't think the argument for anybody else is better than Abdul Carter's, right?
Yeah,
I agree with Pay.
Me too.
I think getting him at number 2 is a steal. Now, obviously, they do need a quarterback, right? But I think if you grab a quarterback at number 2, it's going to end up. It's going to the likelihood that becomes a reach in year 5 is a lot higher than grabbing Abdul Carter at 2. You know what I'm saying? So getting him at that point, I love it. Everything after that, it looks solid. I don't think there's any bums on the list. I don't think there's any reaches on the list. So at that point, if you draft in the top 5 picks, you have to hit on that. Everything after that is icing on the cake. It's money in the bank. Any other slanted saying towards the end of that rabbit. Everything after that is gravy on the meat, and that's not a Diddy. That's not a Diddy.
Yeah, that's a Tate. Tate. Yeah, Tate. Go ahead. That's a Diddy.
He called himself.
Yeah, Tate. Yeah.
No Diddy. You got to chill.
If you had to say a steak or anything like that, you didn't know.
Hey, Pay, the live chat lit you up, bro. They saying absolutely that's a no Diddy, bro. You're done, man.
You don't put gravy on steak. You put gravy on different types of meat, man. That's not.
Diddy. Pay, Mel Well said it was the ultimate Diddy, bro. No, absolutely no, bro.
I don't know who Mel Well is, but she's a hater.
Oh well, yeah.
Listen. I like what they did. Everything in the first 3 rounds. Everything in the first 3 rounds is great. Everything after that, I mean, it's low stakes at that point, right? Some of those guys might be contributors. One of them might even be messing around and be a starter at some point. It doesn't even matter because it's low stakes. But the first 3 rounds, I think they hit it out the park. Shout out to my cuz who did this. You would hope that the Browns would mirror this, but we all know it's not going to happen.
I mean, that's facts, Pay. That's facts. If anybody can find a way to mess up the draft, it's the Cleveland Browns. That's 100% correct. They can just mess it up. That's
who they take last year? I just want to see if they're a player.
I don't even. That's how trash the draft was. I don't think they did. Or if they did, it was the first one. Oh,
they did. They started in the second. They did. You're right.
Yeah, they
didn't have one.
I mean, we don't even have time to deal with Mr. Jerkins tonight, so we just got to keep it pushing. But they smoked themselves, flat out, just smoked themselves in the future by dealing with Deshaun Watson. No first round picks for years. I mean, come on, bro. How do you expect to survive in the league?
And Mel Well, she watches all of my shows at the First Rate Chicago Sports Fans. I want to say shout out to her, but she's also a hater.
She's a hater. Okay, yeah, okay. Mel Well said, "Pay, you are excused, Pay."
So is she still a hater?
Yeah, but at first the whole live chat lit him up. The whole lot. I mean, I'm talking about like it lit up like a Christmas tree, bro.
Yeah, Pay. So see, you got the popular vote.
Quiet father. He understood. We're copacetic here. He understood.
Nah, bro, it's too late. The vote is in.
Maybe he put gravy in his protein too.
Yeah, the vote is in. The vote is in, ladies and gentlemen. And
Hey man, let's go ahead.
No Diddy.
Let's go ahead and jump to B Dirt. Homie B Dirt, he submitted the Bengals, and B Dirt was truly against this. B Dirt said it's way too early to do a mock draft. I said, B Dirt, that's why it's called pre-combine, way too early mock draft. Yeah. Like we just need you to do a Bengals wish list then, B Dirt. That's what he called it, a Bengals wish list. So yeah. He submitted his picks. We're gonna let Pay go ahead and go over these. The Bengals, I know right away, we think they probably need defense. So yeah, nice. I would think they would go defense heavy. I don't remember what B Dirt pick. I'm gonna put it up and Pay. You just walk us through it. You got any questions about anybody in particular? And you don't know, just check with the who the best draft analysis? Is it not Mel Kiper? Is it Daniel Jeremiah? He's
trash. I'm going with Joe Klatt, bro. Joe Klatt knows his stuff, man. I'm riding with Joe Klatt.
I don't see him on pro stuff though. I don't see him breaking down the draft. He knows college football, but I don't hear him do no stuff for professional football.
I just watched his mock draft last week or a couple of days ago.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Well, you gotta you share all the other BS in the world in our chat. Why don't you share that sometime?
I got you. I'll put you on Joe Klatt. I'm trying to get on Joe Klatt's show. I already told him. I need to be on your show, dog. I already
send it to all of us. I mean, because I get all the stuff you share with us in the homies, in the pump your brakes, and the know it all. So like when you send stuff, you send it to each group. So I get like 3 times.
That's fine. That's me. That's my fault. I gotta get better about that, man.
Well, you want everybody to know. I get it. I just happen to be in every one of the groups with you.
That's fact. And it's like 9 groups I'm tied into. So yeah, that's fine.
Well, I'm only in 3 of them. So yeah, and 3 of them when you go solo sometime with stuff. Go ahead, Pay.
I would trade you my NFL Plus link subscription for your Joe Klatt.
Really? Yeah, I got you. We might have to do that. Yeah, we might have to do that. We'll see. But yeah, I might take that.
See, y'all dry stitching on yourselves out here in FCC land. But okay, Pay, here go the Bengals draft, man. B Dirts.
All right, at 17, he's taking Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. Coming around the second round, we got a guard out of West Virginia by the name of Wyatt Miller.
Yeah.
As third pick off the board, Omar Norman Lott. He is a down lineman out of Tennessee. Maybe a zero technique. We don't know. We'll see at the next level. And then on 118th pick, we got Elijah Arroyo, tight end out of Miami. I like that. I really like that. That's spicy. The pick 154. Jack Kaiser, linebacker out of Notre Dame. Shout out to my boy Tim Lyons. And the last pick for the Cincinnati Bengals as of B Dirt, 195th guy off the board, Khalil Mullings, running back out of, you guessed it, the University of B Dirt. I'm sorry, the University of Michigan. Hail to the victors.
Yeah. I like B Dirt's draft for 6 guys. He got value at every level. I like it. I mean, I think realistically, every pick is a B plus, A minus. Every pick at every level of the draft, he did great. He feels.
I don't think there's zeros, right? Yeah. I think there's value in all the picks. I mean, I don't necessarily think any of the guys are stellar, and I don't see any wows other than my man out of Miami at the tight end, their 4th guy off the board. If he's there, I mean it's amazing. But I think these are all solid guys. Like you say, I agree with you, G. These are guys, B's, B plus. They could ascend to be something greater, but I don't see any obvious like, wow, okay, that's a bad pick, right? So I think it's a solid draft.
Yeah, absolutely. For six picks, he's winning. 6 weeks, he's winning all day and night.
The Bengals also today released defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins
Yeah.
This was his first year with the Bengals. Signed a contract last year. He was hurt. Only played 7 games between an injury and an illness. He only played 7 games. They released him. I guess they figured he ain't played that much this year. We played with Adams, so we may as well say this close to $10 million and get rid of him.
That's
Gets
right.
the cap. So that's what they did. I believe they're going to franchise tag T. Higgins if they haven't already.
Yep.
They're so that money helps a lot towards maybe trying to get Hendrickson in. I think they probably backload Jamar Chase's contract, but they got to sign him. So I don't think that's even an option. So next up is seeing what they're going to do with Hendrickson, and if you're going to be able to work out some with Higgins here in the near future, or you going to trade him and get more draft capital. What do you think, Big G?
I mean, I'm with it. You got to free up as much dollars as you possibly can, because what I'm hearing is Jamar Chase is talking about, man, I want $40 million. I want $40 million a year.
You knew that.
Yeah, I want $40 million. And bro, even if it's a 3-year $40 million deal, you are back your franchise into a corner. So I understand what's going on with T. Higgins, but I really don't. I got a couple of pieces coming out, but one of the pieces I got coming out is about how the franchise tag actually cripples your organization by franchising a guy 1 or 2 years. And that I got that piece coming out because I've looked at the trends from the franchise tag for really the last 5 years. And what happens when you tag a guy once or 2 times and then you don't get him signed to a long-term contract, and what that actually does versus you trading the guy and getting the capital to get young players in to help fortify your organization and your team. So I'm not really digging the franchise tag unless the guy is like, look, we just can't work this out, and I'm not willing to let the guy go. So I like I said, I got a piece coming out on it. Y'all check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on the Know-It-Alls, this channel, but one of the channels I'm gonna put that piece out, man. So you guys check it out.
Okay, so we had a good breaking point. We had a quick break. Pay a few bills. You watch on YouTube, you know how it goes down. I'm gonna come back and get to the Ravens mock draft and talk to Pay about his AFC team, the Baltimore Ravens, and see what he thinks about this draft and what he would change, what he would do, and go to Big G, get Big G's thoughts real quick on what they think. Then we'll have myself and Big G's mock, and then we'll just keep it moving from there to see what we got time for. So if you're watching on YouTube, stick with us. We're not going anywhere. If you listen to audio platform, we have to hear a few words from our advertisers and partners, pay some bills, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies Friday night. Like Big G said, let's get them algorithms up. Let's get them going. Let's
Yeah.
Go ahead, Big G. You were saying something?
He was borderline Diddying, but I'm gonna let you get a pass because I
What
like
you talking about? I said, let's get the algorithms up.
No. Well,
I ain't saying nothing else.
I'm not listening. Listening.
Anybody in the live chat who called me, tell me what it was, please.
Yeah. But
right.
I'm letting it go. The graphic was great, bro. The algorithm graphic is great. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. You know, we got a few new graphics now to correlate with your signage.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Well, I can't wait to listen to the Claude stuff outside of the Matrix, man. I can't wait. Man, oh my God, I can't. Mod is working on something, man, that's just gonna be hilarious for Claude. I can't wait to
we got something for Mod coming up too.
Yeah, big facts. that's big facts. We sure do. Yes, sir.
But Pay, let's go ahead and get into this Ravens mock, man. Tell us what you
Hey,
you
who
think.
was that secret hand that just went in front of your screen, dog? There was a secret admirer that went in front of your screen over there, bro. What's happening? I seen it. And he getting a big fine for not being able to have his microphone checked. 1, 2. What is this?
My microphone went out. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, G.
Hey,
But
he got to get tied with me. We tied, Pay.
And they laugh. Yeah. Yeah. I'm loving it. Loving it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm just like Keith Lee right now. I'm ready to get it, try it, and rate it. Let's go to the Ravens draft mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Pay. Go ahead, man.
First round, we got Mike Green, who's an edge out of Marshall. I'm gonna come back to that in a second. Emory Jones, tackle LSU. That could be huge. I'll come back to that one as well. Now,
It
pick
could be
number
what?
91.
It could be what?
It could be a big pick. Big
No,
pick.
no, Tate, go ahead, handle it. Nah.
That's borderline. That's borderline.
No Diddy?
No Diddy. You got to chill.
All right, Pay's back in the league. Go ahead, Pay with your draft.
You guys are reaching. Pick number 91, Zay Alexander, cornerback out of LSU. Cornerback University. Pick 128, Pat Bryant, wide receiver out of Illinois, ILL.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to say INI.
Yeah.
You all don't know no better.
Trash.
136, guard, LSU. 176. We got a lot of picks right here in this little round, the fourth round. Nick Nash, wide receiver out of San Jose State.
Watch
picks later.
Tape, he's a dog. Pay, I watched his tape. Go ahead.
Nick Nash, a dog?
He's a dog. He's a sleeper dog. He's a dog.
Sleeper dog. Huh?
Oh, okay.
Sleeper dogs don't really bite. But 2 picks later, Deion used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. Did his career end in Baltimore, or did it end in DC?
I think it was Washington.
Yeah,
Okay. I think it was
Commanders.
DC.
Redskins, Commanders, whoever. Yeah.
His son, Shiloh Sanders, safety, might be coming to Baltimore. I like that. Pick 185, Kobe King, linebacker out of Penn State. I think that is a steal. I agree with you, G. Pick 205, Johnny Walker, not the liquor. The down lineman out of Missouri. Khalil Mullings is their next pick at pick 213, running back out of B. Dirt's favorite school. And the last pick for the Baltimore Ravens, pick 245, Jackson Halls, tight end, Georgia Tech. You know this guy's a brilliant guy. He made it through Georgia Tech all those years. He didn't have an overdose of lemon pepper wings out of downtown Atlanta. He got his studies, and he's going to get drafted by the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe.
He wasn't hanging out with Lou Williams.
No, he wasn't in the strip clubs. The lemon pepper wings. All right, so can you put the draft back up there, Tate, so I can pick up on these? So the first pick, number 27, out of got a Mike Green edge lineman out of Marshall. I'm a little cold on this one. To me, at that in the back 15 of the first round, you want to get best guy available. Yeah, I'm cool with that. But we all know the Baltimore Ravens have an obvious need. No, they have an obvious need. They have an obvious need at 2 places. I don't believe they're going to bring back Kyle Van Noy because that hasn't been what they're going to do. They like to just grab guys out of whoever's available, cheap or whatever, and just use those. You saw Davian Clowney the year before and Kyle Van Noy this year. So I don't know if they're going to do it again, but if they go ahead and draft a guy,
Van Noy played 2 good years in Baltimore.
Facts. That's facts.
He was there in 23 and 24 is what I'm saying.
You're right. But I don't know if he's going to be there for the next one. But
I agree with you there.
I think the Ravens should have went obvious need right out the door. They need a kicker. They should have grabbed the best kicker available because the kicker they have, he won't be on the roster next year.
In the first round, the kicker?
Go ahead and fill that hole. And that's not a Diddy. Go ahead and fill that hole.
No, that's a Diddy. Take. Go ahead. Take. Go ahead. Take. Go ahead.
Just because you say that's not Diddy, you say something. Don't make it not a Diddy.
It's too late, bro. It's too late. Go ahead, Take. Go ahead.
I mean, that's like Jerry. That's like the glory thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Live chat.
No Diddy. You got to chill.
Live chat, I need your vote. Was that a Diddy by Pay? Because I'm telling you, that might have been the worst one of the show right now. But we'll find out.
Okay.
If you say no Diddy.
October, LOL.
If you say no Diddy, it's not a Diddy. It's okay. It's excused. But no, I'm joking around with the kicker thing. But if you break, this guy, my boy, what he's got up to 16 now, going on 20.
Yeah,
I think
Justin Tucker, a little bit of trouble.
The investigation's already kicked off. They're not.
Who? What are you talking about?
Tucker. He's under investigation now. So
yeah, he got like big charges, don't he?
No, I don't know if they.
Man, that graphic killed that boy. That graphic killed that boy. Killed him.
Yeah, the allegations are stacking up on him, and it's past the point where the
16 allegations now. He's trying to catch up with Jerk.
It's past the point where
Kenneth McNair Jr. You're right. Fill that up, Pay.
It's past the point where the juice is worth the squeeze. And I'm not talking about
another one.
What are you talking about? That is an acceptable phrase.
Oh my God. Wow.
That is an acceptable phrase. What are you talking about? I don't know. I won't stand for that. Okay. I will not stand for that one.
We'll let you get away with that one.
Okay, so they're going to have to replace that one at some point. But back to the draft. The edge rush you have out of Marshall at the first round. I think, we didn't do any trades with this one, but he's okay. I think that's fine. But I would like to believe if there's no trades in this draft, there would probably be a better player on the board. Moving forward, I think the Baltimore Ravens in this mock did great with a lot of those picks from 128 to 185. They had 5 picks in a span of 60 picks. And they got good value. Pat Bryant out of Illinois, Nick Nash out of San Jose. Shiloh Sanders may or may not be anything in the pro level, but we'll see. We'll see.
He's pedigree.
Yeah, he's got the pedigree. We'll see if it skipped a generation or not. But if you do draft them, you at least have one thing. You have that Deion, intensity. You have that Deion
bravado.
Not necessarily bravado, but you're gonna have his dad around the team, and that's good for public relations and money. So I can see the Baltimore Ravens leaning into that. I mean, again, Deion is a Raven, even though he played for the Ravens only a few years, but he's still a Raven. He's a Raven, so we'll take that. But I think this is a solid draft so far. We haven't done the Steelers yet, but if I was to grade them out of all the ones we saw so far, I would put this third.
That's fair.
I like the fact they did have the most picks out of anyone we've done so far, but they don't have that wow factor. I think the Cleveland Browns drafting the best player maybe on the board does a lot for them. I think the Bengals getting solid picks out of six picks is great for them. Yeah. The Ravens got 10 draft picks.
Yeah,
and it's none of it jumps off the paper to me.
Yeah,
we shall see. So I would grade it number 3 so far.
Facts.
So out of the 3, that's the third place one thus far.
I would say so.
Okay. Thanks for the super chat, Tim Lyons, $5.
Yeah.
Pay. He said, get ready for more picks from the Browns for Tucker.
Oh, they're gonna trade for him. That's what he's saying.
To pair him up with Jurgens?
Yeah, that's Tim Lyons in hate mode, man, for the Cleveland Browns, dog. That's in hate mode.
Hey, Tim said it with his chest, with his super chat. So I ain't mad at him, man. You pair up Jurgens and Tucker. Now when you go to Browns games, they got to know that the stadium mattress so they can register every Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, but I think that was hate. I think that was a shot fired from a Cincinnati Bengal fan to a Cleveland Brown fan. That's just my thinking, bro. I think it was shots fired.
Could be. So, all right, Big G. Mm-hmm. You want to do your mock draft first and me do mine first?
Go ahead. Either way, it doesn't matter.
First, I want to talk about this bit of Steeler news.
Yeah.
Today, Steelers signed. Is it Dennis Parham? Donald Parham.
Donald Parham. Yep, junior. Yep, to a 1-year contract.
He's a 6'8" tight end, Big G. I want you to tell us a little bit about him and tell me how it plays in Arthur Smith's offense and what's it mean for Connor Hayward, I'm wondering.
Well, it absolutely means that Connor Hayward is adios muchachos, bro. He's out of here, you know. And Pruitt is out of here too. I think this guy right now legitimately comes in as a number 3 tight end. But I watched him play a lot with Justin Herbert. When healthy, because he doesn't have a lot of snaps because he transitioned from one sport to another from the collegiate level. And this kid can catch, man. I mean, and he's a big body and he can block.
6'8".
Yeah. I'm gonna start watching film on him either tomorrow or the day after. But the games that I remember seeing him, he was an impact player. So and for the amount of money that they paid for him, that was great, bro. I mean, $1 million tight end to come in and challenge some guy this guy can legitimately challenge snaps for Washington, challenge snaps for Muth. You know, he can challenge it, bro.
I'll tell you what, I like with him, Washington and Friday. I like the 3 tight ends set a lot better this year than I did last year with Pruitt and/or Hayward.
Yeah. And like I said, for that bread, man, that's $1 million. Hey, we winning. I like that, bro. I like it a lot, man. Tim Lyons, we got a super chat from him. Stop being sensitive, G.
Thanks,
it was
Tim.
a joke. Hey, it ain't about me being sensitive. Hey, that's you and your disdain for the Cleveland Browns. I mean, I understand. I get it. I can't stand them neither.
All right, so that's a decent move overall, right, Big G?
Yeah. Hey, we got another little quick super chat from the Claude, bro. Claude said, "R.I.P. to Mike Collier, running back from the 70 Steelers." Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Rest in peace, man. Great player, great fill-in player for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I mean, I'm not really old enough to remember him, but when I found out the news, I went back and vetted him, figured out what he did as a Steeler. He was a Steeler, man. He was a definitely great player for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, absolutely. Shout out, prayers for your family, bro.
Definitely. Yeah. Thanks, Claude, for putting that acknowledgement out there.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, so run it.
I'll do mine first, Big G, and before I even talk about mine, well, I guess we can keep it at the flow. I got to talk about mine briefly, then let you finish out, talk about yours.
Got you.
This is my mock draft, 1.0. So, the first round pick 21, I went with Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon. I like him as a D tackle. He had a lot of rush capability and can play the run decently. I think you just want to get younger there. If we're taking that Philadelphia model, we're getting rid of Ogunjobi. I think we're getting rid of Loudermilk. Dean Lowry going to be gone. I think the only ones back is Keanu Benton, Cam. They may bring Montravius Adams back, and I think they keep DeMarvin Leal back for 1 more year just he missed all last year to see what he got. He's on his last year of his rookie deal. So then
broke Lee up too, Tate. They done bulked him up a little bit.
They bulked DeMarvin up a little bit. Okay, I like that.
Logan Lee. They done bulked up Logan Lee.
Oh yeah, and man, and he gonna be he's gonna. I thought you were talking about DeMarvin Leal, but Logan Lee's gonna come off the practice squad and probably be part of that defensive line rotation. He may be the last guy to get ticked, but he was a good player coming out of Iowa. Iowa's known for their defensive line and tight end, so I like Logan Lee next year too. But so the second round, looky here. Look who's available. Kenneth Grant, D tackle out of Michigan. There's no way I could pass up no Diddy before I even say something. A double dip at defensive line position with Derek Harmon and Kenneth Grant. That right there alone, I feel like makes this draft a really, really good one. And that's not done.
If they pull this off, bro, that's an A draft.
Because the first two.
Yeah, listen, Derek Harmon, if you put the tape on, he's a dancing freaking panda. He's 330 pounds, and he can run like a deer. Kenneth Grant is going to run a sub-4 640-yard dash at 336 pounds at the combine. I'm telling you he is. He's going to run like a 4.52 or 4.51 at 336. You get both of them dudes, the defensive line is ready to roll. And now
roll.
maybe you ain't got to have a dog, super dog corners because they ain't worried about getting passes off because these two dudes is causing problems. So yeah, right off the bat.
I agree. I like those two to the line because that's how it came up. I mean, so I only did it one time. I wasn't trying to manipulate it. I just, those two came up and I made the pick. So we didn't get a receiver in the first round or a running back in the second round. We went D tackle. Now I think that's solidified. Yep. We did pick up Jack Beck in the third round, wide receiver, TCU, Texas Christian.
Good pick.
He's like 6'2", 215, used to be tight end. Probably only like 4.5 speed, not the fastest guy. But he's getting a lot of comps to Puka Nacua. So
Facts.
He's physical, he can block. He's a nice 50-50 catcher. And this is assuming that the Steelers get somebody in free agency that they could get away with this right here.
Yeah.
So this is assuming they keep Pickens, they get another guy, maybe at this point there's a lot of buzz about trade for Cortland Sutton again. So if that happens, you get Jack Beck and you got Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin, and you probably keep Skoranek. Them six is your wide receiver room.
Yeah. Facts.
In the fourth round, we went running back. We got to do Bashal Tootin out of Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
I think like a 4.
Second fastest.
So he's faster than 4.4. He's faster than 4.4.
Yeah. Travion Henderson will clock number one. It'll go Travion Henderson, him, and Dallin Sampson. 1, 2, 3 as far as speed.
Okay. And I think the Steelers needed speed back because you'll see with the next pick in the fifth round, we go with Raheem Sanders. That's G's boy at South Carolina.
Man, one of my favorite players so far that I've watched film on. Rocket is a beast.
He's bringing the thump. So you got two young guys. You got Jaylen Warren back. And I think when it's time to pay Jaylen Warren after his UFA year is up or his RFA year is up, you can just roll with these two guys and add another third down back to the room after you let Jaylen Warren go. Now you got two very viable running backs for the cheap for a few years. So I like both those picks. Double dipping running back. Pick 225. The Steelers and Mike Tomlin and the Steelers organization like pedigree. So we pick up a safety to maybe give a shot back. There's a 6th-round pick with Minka getting older. I really like Elliott. I think Elliott's going to get an extension, probably another year or two extension after because not last year, it's next year for $3 million. I could see him extending him one more year after next year and just going ahead and making his contract $8 million. Give him $5 million. Just go ahead and sign it now. Yeah. $8 million for his last 2 years. That's giving him a raise. I think that's good business. So Shiloh Sanders, he can play in the box. He's a hitter. He's kind of a box safety, but the Steelers can maybe use him, as a chess piece. So I like the idea of Shiloh Sanders, especially at pick 225.
Okay.
Brew McCoy out of Tennessee, big body receiver, like 6'2", 215.
Yeah.
Just add him to the room to really see. I mean, he may not make the roster, maybe on the practice squad, but you can develop him. Like I said, he's a big body. He's what the Steelers want at the X and Y position. So took a shot on him. And this is the Steelers draft to me, or does the Steelers draft go outside the 2 defensive tackle picks? Tyler Shaw. He's rising up draft board. So I don't think he'll be close to here when it's time for the draft.
Yeah.
But 6'4" quarterback out of Louisville, has mobility. Like I said, 6'4", 6'5", strong arm, can get away from the rush. So I like that as just, one of those things, Big G, you take a flyer. You know what I mean? So got him in round 7 to pick 247.
He's rising up all draft boards, bro. I mean, I'm seeing now where he's going to be in the top 7 or 8 quarterbacks. And I'm like, okay, I started going back and putting on film. And in big games, bro, he big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, bro. And so in big games, he played well, really well. I think he cost them Miami, the Hurricanes game this year, but he played well outside of throwing a pick, at a pivotal time. But, man, he led them to where they should have beat the Miami Hurricanes. And I watched that game from the beginning to the end. So, yeah.
Big G, Sombers is double dipping back-to-back.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah, DT and RB. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't because of the need that they have. But if you look at maybe what they're going to try to do from a free agency standpoint and solidifying probably the two biggest positions of need outside of wide receiver and getting a player like Grant and Harmon and then getting Rocket Sanders, man, look. And the kid from West Virginia Tech, he's fast, bro. He's fast.
Yeah.
So I ain't tripping.
You know how I feel about the picks, Big G, and who you bring in your room. I'm all on talent. I mean, we could have went cornerback. I think they go cornerback in the free agent, cornerback receiver in the free agent. Now you got two stud defensive tackles who you're looking at drafting. You got two of them. You got two running backs. You let Najee go. You signed Jalen Sanders to the restricted free agent price, which is not a lot, maybe $4 million. You know, so you got a cheap running back room, but talented running back room. You get cheap defensive line work. Who you're going to have to pay them in four years, but you got two of them right now, two first-round talents back to back at an extreme position in need.
That's facts.
You know what I mean?
That's facts. I get it. I mean, I'm not tripping, bro. I like the draft. I would give it a B plus. Definitely, I like it. I like it, man.
Okay, let's go ahead. Dan Littlejohn's right. We talked about that too, though. Steelers going to get Ryan Watt from Texas back. Anxious to see what he can do. I think that's what's going to let them let KZ go. Bye-bye, KZ.
Facts. I agree.
All right, Big G, here go your mock draft, man. Let's check it out.
Got you. Let's see what it's talking
right. Big G's mock draft.
Yeah, so I'm going to start with the obvious pick. I think at round 1, at 21, if we stay there, we have to go wide receiver. In my opinion, Emeka Buka might work his way up the draft board based on what he does next week, starting on the 27th at the Combine. Emeka Buka, in my opinion, outside of probably Tateon McMullen, is the most polished wide receiver in this draft. Got to stick with him. I think that he brings talent to the room. I think he fights GP for the number one position slot, and you just got to have talent on the offensive side of the ball. And I think that's where the Steelers are hurting the most. We got to build the offensive side. At 52, when I did the draft, I could not believe Omarion Hampton was sitting there. And listen, I was torn because at 52, Omarion Hampton, Travion Henderson, and Quinshon Junkins was all sitting there. And I said, man, look, before I do this, man, I got to go back and look at it, bro. And I started watching this kid's tape and watching his tape and watching his tape. Man, Omarion Hampton is him, bro. Like that kid really, he's explosive. He blocks. He catches the ball out of the backfield. I think he's a 10-year pro. I think he's a two-contract 10-year pro. And so I wouldn't be shocked. I've already made this preference. I think that Omarion Hampton might go in the first round. I really do believe it. Okay. So at 83, I get my defensive tackle. I watched a lot of games this guy played in. I watched a lot of film from him. Alfred Collins is really a talented defensive lineman. He's a 0 technique and a 2 technique. He's like 6'3", 335, 336 pounds. You put on the tape, he's explosive. So, and he doesn't disappear in games and he doesn't take plays off. So I'm like, hey, look, if we can get that value, and let me preference this for all you guys that are mock drafters and all whatever else. The deepest room in this year's NFL draft is defensive tackle. The second deepest room is edge. So you're going to be able to get quality 3rd, 4th round at DT. So Tate, like you going back to back, hey, Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle out of Florida State University, was sitting there. He's about 305, 306 pounds. But when you put the tape on a Josh Farmer, he's explosive, bro. So I double dipped that DT too, man, because I'm like, man, you can't do enough to fortify the defensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I prefer to go young versus maybe going free agency. I got a free agent that I got my eyes on. If they get an opportunity to get him, because I think we can get him for cheaper. But if not, you got to address it 2 times in the draft, man. 163.
Who is that, Big G?
Who I'm looking at?
Yeah.
DJ Jones, defensive tackle out of Denver, the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I think we can get him for about $9 or $10 million, bro. So I like DJ Jones a lot, man. At 163, Malachi Moore, safety out of University of Alabama. Any other year with Nick Saban being present, Malachi Moore would have been a higher draft pick because his tape says it. When you go back and watch him, he's definitely a strong safety. But, and Steeler fans, I got to tell you something. If Minka's not willing to renegotiate his dollars and Minka's not willing to come down on his price tag, Minka Fitzpatrick is trade bait. And Malachi Moore can fill. I mean, at this stage in the game, because Minka makes $18 million a year, we're not giving him that money. I don't care. That the problem traditionally has been the Steelers hold on to guys entirely too long. So if Minka don't want to, trade him and get draft capital. So I draft Malachi Moore to help Deshaun Elliott out, help Minka out, move positions or players around a position from the safety standpoint. At 225, this is my steal of the draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for all you guys that have not seen this kid play, he is an outstanding wide receiver. And he would instantly become either a wide receiver 2 or possibly wide receiver 3 in the room. And this, if we're able to get this kid, you could put George Pickens out there. Ja'Cory Brooks, man, from the University of Louisville is a dog wide receiver, bro. I watched so much film on this kid, and I'm like, man, crisp routes, man. Run every route in the route tree. Gets open. He's got outhanding hands. I think he only had 2 drops in his whole collegiate career. So this kid, man, is nice, bro. And I was like, man,
what's his measurables?
Almost 6'2", about 205, 206 pounds. Nice, bro. Nice. And listen, Tate, he can play slot and outside too. He can play both.
Okay.
Yeah, he's nice, man. Cody Simon, linebacker, Ohio State University, at 238 is a steal too. Patrick Queen is 25 years old. We just paid Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen's film doesn't match his play that we saw for Baltimore. I'm a firm believer is you got to put a dog next to him and get him off of that position of wearing a green dot. I like Patrick Queen, but Cody Simon is a prototype green dot linebacker. Now, he played at Ohio State with all these other great players, but he's 6'3", 230 pounds, and he's going to run a legit 4.5 or a high 4.4. He's a beast. He's not one the captain at Ohio State for just because we like to make somebody the captain. He was a dog, bro. My last player at 247. People that like the Steelers, you guys need to start watching film on this guy too. Cooper Mays, offensive guard, Tennessee University. Cooper Mays was an All-American. Cooper Mays was up for the Remington Award. Cooper Mays was a top guard in this last year's season, and his tape showed it. When you see Dallin Sampson make all them big runs and all whatever else at University of Tennessee, guess who was blocking? That fella. He's a nice size. He's about 320 pounds, 315, 20 pounds. He's about 6'3", 6'4", but he's got that upper body pedigree that you need. And I think we have to bring in a guy that's going to challenge Mason McCormick at the guard position. So I'm digging it. Tate, I like your Steelers draft. Of course, I like my draft, but I just want to know what people think about my draft. The live chat, you guys, what y'all think, bro? Tate? Oh, somebody about to get the big fine because ain't nobody talking. Pay and Tate.
I thought it was a very, very good draft with a lot of value in it. I mean, let me pull it up again. I'm big in Ibuka, but he was there in my draft. But I went D-line. I couldn't pass up Derek Harmon. But that's provided the Steelers do something in free agency is what I'm counting on for a wide receiver.
Yeah.
But I really like Ibuka. I'd have been torn. I like Omar and him. I'd have been torn if Travion Henderson was there, though.
Yeah.
But you watch the tape, you obviously see something in Hampton that made you pick him over Travion Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
So I like Alfred Collins, big boy. Don't know much about Farmer, but he a D tackle at Florida State, so I know he's probably good pedigree, probably 4 or 5 star, just because of where he played at and coming out and making a 4th round grade at least. Malachi Moore, I know he's a beast. He had came out last year. He'd have been a 1st or 2nd rounder.
Facts.
Don't know Ja'Cory Brooks, but I like what you had to say about him. 6'2", 205. I like the measurables with wide receivers that are a bit more, taller.
Yeah,
A little bit.
I know what you was going to say.
Right.
I was what you was going to say.
Taller and way more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Cody Simons is still. I think that allows you to go ahead and not worry about Cole Holcomb. Maybe not even a Landon Roberts. Maybe you stay young and let Cole Holcomb go and let Landon Roberts go. You rolling with Queen, Peyton Wilson, Simon, and Mark Robinson. Both can play special teams, Simon and Robinson, and be good young players in that special team unit. So I like your draft, Big G.
Pay? Any critique?
I give it a solid B+.
Got you.
I give it I don't think it's the best draft that we've seen tonight. I like the second pick of Marion. I don't think there's any obvious bums being drafted there. It's cool, but I think it's solid. I will stay with the B grade that Tate gave.
That's fair.
I gave a plus. That's close to an A-. So just because he gave the offense a power boost with Buka and Hampton. I mean, you know what I mean? I went with the trenches, but he went with some power boost. And I like that. Steelers need that. Especially if you're mixing that with Justin Fields and you keeping George Pickens and Pat Freiermuth and the O-line comes together next year. Now we talking about scoring 22, 23 points a game.
Yeah, facts.
So let me ask this. What I heard was this would be a very nice draft if you kept XYZ, right? So what stopped you from giving this grade an A? Or giving this draft an A, rather?
I gave it an A. I'm listening to y'all.
Well, I gave it a B+ just for the fact that he gave it a power boost, and that's much needed. And the only reason I like mine better is because those first two picks of need and studs, both. I mean, Emeka Buka is a position of need. He's a great player. He's Steeler mentality and character, I think. Kind of like a young Hines Ward mentality. Not going to be a diva in the locker room, but he's the third best wide receiver?
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? Omarion Hampton is maybe the second best running back. So lots of tremendous value in his first two picks. I just think the two defensive linemen are going to make an impact immediately. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Omarion Hampton going to come in and be groomed. He gonna split carries with Jaylen Warren, but you're going to get much more production out of the D-line than you do the new running back, even though he's going to be good. And Emeka Buka going to come in and probably be number 2 wide receiver. So I just like those D-line guys that participate and contribute immediately. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
I mean, I like his safety better. Malachi Moore is better than Shedeur Sanders. He got him around earlier. I got Shedeur at pick 225 where he got another receiver. I think I took 2 receivers. I had Jack Beck and got the kid out of Tennessee.
Yep.
So he got 2 D linemen. I got 2 D linemen. He got 2 receivers. I got 2 receivers. I just got 2 running backs. He got 1 running back. But so I like the draft a lot. So like I say, B+, and only because my 2 D line give myself an A-. But they right there together though.
Facts, absolutely. Facts. I totally agree, bro. Totally agree.
So, but before we get out of here, we're gonna jump on over to OT Big-G. Question for you, question for Pay. Let Pay answer it first. Mm-hmm. Because you got still here, so I just want Pay's opinion. Big-G, we gonna lean to you to what you think gonna really happen. Uh-huh. So right here.
Oh. This is a rough subject, Pay. Go ahead, man.
Who should be a Steeler? We got Kirky. The Monday night, we got the Monday night villain himself, Kirky. We got A-Rod. We got JF1.
They called him Kirky.
Big trash.
We got my boy Sierra's husband, Russie. Matt
Super
Stafford.
trash.
Whoa. Calm down. We got Russie. We got Matt Stafford, Super Bowl winner Matt Stafford, Danny Pennies.
You didn't say Super Bowl winner behind Russ.
That was a long time ago.
Not long as Aaron Rodgers, but go ahead.
I didn't say Super Bowl winner behind him. Danny Pennies, and is it still legal to take pennies? I mean, because the president said pennies is outlawed from now on, but I don't know. And I'm assuming this is Jackson Dart here.
That is Jackson Dart.
Jackson Dart. Wow. Who should be a Steeler?
Who should be Steelers QB1?
You know what? I have an answer.
Okay. It's probably gonna be some trash, but don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
Aaron Rodgers. Boom, boom.
Hell no. Hell no.
Why, Tate?
Why not? I mean, he's the guy that gets you closer to your goal, right? You guys are a win now team. Am I right? You're a quarterback away from doing some things, right? Out of all those guys, who gets you there? Who's probably the guy who's licking his chops to prove all the doubters wrong, prove all the haters wrong? It's got to be that guy, A-Rod. I mean, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't think any of the other guys are first ballot Hall of Famers, right?
I think Russ is.
No, definitely not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Matt Stafford, he's the guy who's going to cost you the most if you go ahead and get him. He's 37. He wants if him and the Los Angeles Rams don't come to an agreement on what how to get him more money, they'll probably go their separate ways, and he's definitely not going to want less money when he's on the open market, right? So he's going to cost you a pretty penny. Kirk the same way. You already seen how Kirk does business. He don't take no short stacks from nobody. He come to get his check. The guy who's out, and Justin Fields, Russie, bringing them back is probably not going to happen. Danny Dimes is we can go past that. And drafting a quarterback, come on now. You all don't know how to draft quarterbacks. Let's go smooth.
Let's
go ahead and get Aaron Rodgers.
Go ahead and address Claude super chat real quick. Then you tell us your quarterback and Pay question you. Who has more Pro Bowls between Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson? Go ahead, Big G. Take Claude's comment.
Claude, we appreciate you for the 2. Pickens will be traded for the draft. I don't disagree. Tate, we got a couple other super chats too.
Go ahead and pull them up.
Yeah, Danny Littlejohn, we thank you for the 2, bro. He said, why are the Steelers not committing to a quarterback? The reason is this. It's not that they're not committing to a quarterback. There's a dead period right now. Steelers fans are anxious because they're hearing things about Justin probably playing for this team or that team and talking to this team and that team. You really can't do anything right now outside of franchise tag somebody. Today
is the most confidence. Because I've heard some things too. The most confidence I have that Justin Fields will be back. Today, I've heard some things that has led me to believe and others to believe that the Steelers want Justin Fields. So I feel good about that.
Facts. Third super chat, S. Dresden, man. Justin or Dart? Dart is the best quarterback in this class quietly. That is not true.
Oh, no, I can't see it.
That is not true.
A couple times I watched Jackson Dart. Must have been the games that he had to – because Ole Miss finished 9-3 or something like that, 9-4.
Yeah, 9-3.
Like that.
And then they lost in the bowl.
That last game they had against Florida, the regular season game, was terrible.
Yeah, he's not.
He threw 3 interceptions in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he's not the best. He's not the best quarterback in this draft. Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft, so no. So Tate,
thanks for the super chat.
Yeah,
S. Dresden, appreciate you, man. Seems like it's been a minute. All right, real quick, Big G, go ahead and
quarterback one, Justin Fields. Quarterback one, Justin Fields. Yeah,
that was Justin simple Fields. For you.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. If I was forced to do something else, I might take a flyer at Jackson Dart in the 3rd round or maybe the 4th round. But I'm not getting Russie. I'm not Kirk Cousins, no Aaron Rodgers. Matt Stafford's going to cost entirely too much money, and Daniel Dimes is a straight-up scrub.
All right, with that being said, fellas, we're about to jump on over here on OT. So thanks for tuning in and watching us on the homies. Shout out the homies OT. Big G driving the shit. We're gonna talk about some basketball here, among other things. Kind of like, live chat. You can steer the chat. Get us talking about what you want us to talk about, and we'll go from there. It's actually this one I thought was gonna be me and G, but Pay showed up to work. No violations.
Yeah,
we'll talk about LeBron and Luka. We'll talk about the Netflix and NFL, some college basketball, current ranking. Wemby's out for the year. Yeah, we're just going to get into some stuff. So
Facts. And we might talk football. The super chat can steer the conversation. So we'll see.
No doubt.
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Pay,
the live chat said you drunk. They said you drunk.
I am. Arrest Star.